Here's a question for you. Can you use Monster Liquid Latex in place of masking fluid on watercolor paper? Let's find out. Hey guys, so if you've been following me for a while, you know that I love to live debt free and I love to find bargains and deals. So this week I am looking at buying some extra masking fluid and I thought, why is this stuff so darn expensive? So I got to thinking and I had this liquid latex that you'd use for Halloween, making little wrinkle or 3D effects or realistic monster skins, all that kind of gross stuff. And I thought, if this stuff can work on watercolor paper, think of the savings that you'll get. I looked it up on Amazon. Winsor & Newton masking fluid for a 2.5 fluid ounce bottle is $13.42. That's $5.37 per fluid ounce. Quite a bit, right? Then if you look at the Monster Liquid Latex, it's $14.99, but you get 16 fluid ounces. So that's only 94 cents a fluid ounce. Big difference, right? All right, so stick around and we are going to check this out and see if it's going to work. Hi, I'm Kelly from Kellie Chasse Fine Art. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to help you explore your inner artist with less perfectionism and more play. So let's get started. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're brand new here, I'm so glad you found me. And for those of you that have been following me for a while, hey, what's going on? I know it's been a while. So saving money is always an important thing. And we all know masking fluid is really expensive, no matter what the brand is. Some are obviously more expensive than others. But I wanted to try the Monster Liquid Latex because with 16 fluid ounces and only 94 cents per fluid ounce, it could be a super savings, right? So what is Monster Liquid Latex? I've never used this stuff. It's for Halloween, basically. But it's natural rubber latex. It's water, ammonium hydroxide, and zinc oxide, and theorem. I don't even know what those are. But obviously, if you can use it on your body, it can't be that bad, right? Maybe, maybe not. You can see that my small bottle of Winsor Newton, which I absolutely love Winsor Newton. I've been using this stuff forever. And I do like that this one's tinted, so it's really easy to see when you're using it on your paintings. But you waste a lot because you can see that dried up on the top. I'm always pulling it out. I do always put it in a separate container when I'm doing this, especially I don't want to leave that top open for very long. So I'm going to do 2 separate containers for this one. I'm just going to pour this into a cap, and I'm going to put the cover back on that one as well. So I've got the 2, and we're just going to test this out. I've got some just regular Strathmore 140-pound cold pressed paper that is used from cards. You guys know I love to use cards, especially when you're practicing. It's a really inexpensive way. And I'll put the link down in the description box below for the Amazon link on that. I think you get 100 cards, divide them by 2. That's 200 sheets of 5x7 paper that you can use, right? And then I also have my little ruling pen here. This is great for applying masking fluid. You can adjust it so it gets a little bit wider or thinner. And I'm just dipping the tip of the pen in there. You can see I'm not getting a whole lot, so I may have to shrink that down a little bit. Let's make it a little bit smaller. I don't even know what I'm going to make here. Let's just do some kind of funky little flower design, I guess. This is the Monster Liquid Latex now I'm going to put down. You can see obviously this is a creamy white color, whereas the masking fluid on the left, the Winsor & Newton, obviously has a little bit of color and tint to it. I'm just gonna make these funky little petal shapes coming around. I didn't film the one on the left, so I figure I would film this one for you. It's a little bit different. They're all unique, and they'll have their own little shapes. Let's add a little bit in here as well. So the masking fluid, let's talk about that really quick, what it's used for. So for those of you that are not familiar with masking fluid or maybe haven't worked with watercolors before, masking fluid is basically a liquid frisket or a latex medium, and it's used to block out areas and fine lines where you want to prevent any pigment absorption from your watercolors. So it can be applied many different ways: sponges, rulers, a calligraphy pen, toothpicks, lots of different ways to apply it. Is no white in watercolor unless you're using something like a gouache where you're actually adding the white on top of something. So some people like masking, some don't. I don't use it all that often. Again, you have to wait for it to dry before you can go back into paint. So I'm not the most patient painter. So I've decided to do 3 of these. One we're gonna let dry naturally for about 15 minutes. The second one I'm gonna hit it with a heat gun, and I wanna really get some heat on there because masking fluid often will adhere to your watercolor paper. Again, depending on your watercolor paper, the less expensive, it might adhere more. A little bit heavier duty, 300-pound cold press paper from like Arches, it's probably gonna peel off a little bit better for you. But very important not to use your heat gun. Let it dry naturally. Try not to speed that process up. But I do want to test it to see how the liquid latex does with that. And then we're going to leave one on here just for a week or so and test that out just to see, again, how it removes after it's been sitting there for a lengthy period of time. So I've gone ahead and just marked them. The air dry one, the heat gun, and this one we're going to let sit and dry for the week and see what happens. Okay, so those are all dry. I'm going to slap on a little bit of the Opera Rose and let's dry it and remove it and see how it goes. So you can see with the heat gun here, it came off nicely. It did stain a little bit on the left-hand side because I think that heat just really soaked it in there, but it did come off fine. And then the air dry one, again, it came off just great. Both of them peeled off really well. I did get stuck on a little piece there, and you can see where I did tear the paper, but that was my fault. It wasn't the silicone's fault. And then I have some stuff that was left in the jar here. I just want to show you how you can remove that. Really easy. And you know, it just peels off the glass. I also have the one here with the masking or the Monster Latex in it. And that one dried very clear. You can see it's just shiny. It doesn't look like it's in there, but I did have to fight it a little bit. Finally dug into it and got the piece. And I finally was able to pull it out, but it took a little bit of extra work. And I think it's just because it was a smooth surface. You can see it pulls right off. And these two are really similar. I mean, it's basically, I think, the same stuff. I don't know what much of the difference is. They feel the same. The texture's the same, a little bit different color. And this is a week later. I did let that sit for a week. I just wanted to peel that one off to see how that goes. And again, both of those came off just fine a week later. But other than that, you know, I think it's a winner. So I went ahead and just used this on a little Lupin painting that I did, and I'll share that with you. I'm going to use the little ruling pen. Again, I don't have to do a whole lot here. I'm just going to mask out that little barn, a little building that was in the photograph. And then I tested a couple of the little lupins. I didn't want to do the whole thing again. Being lazy, that's why I don't use much masking fluid to begin with. I am using the Monster Liquid Latex for this. And I did want to give a shout out to Benjamin Williamson. He's a photographer, works for the Down East magazine. He is absolutely fabulous. I've been lucky to be able to use his photographs as reference photos. He's allowed me to do that for a number of years now. So thank you so much, Ben. He has so many beautiful and amazing pieces of photography on his website. So head over there and check it out. You can purchase this particular photograph on there as well. And he's got tons of sizes. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So please head over there to check it out. And I'll also put the link down below for his website. So remember, you can also slow the video down if you want to check it out. I've left most of it in here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. But if you would like the full voiceover for this, I am going to be putting that up there for my members on my website at www.kelliechasseffineart.com. That way you can get the full walkthrough, the colors that I'm using, and how I'm layering it, the whole shebang on there for you guys. So I wanted to thank you for hanging out with me again today. I am really pumped about the Monster Liquid Latex. I cannot wait to do some more paintings with this. I've got some other ideas that I'm going to share with you guys later on that I think this will work well for as well. So stick around. I'm hoping I'll get a chance to get some more videos out for you guys real soon. I know I've been slacking. Summer is always hard for me. I'm just not quite as creative. I think it's just because I'm just tired. I'm outside, I'm enjoying the sunshine, and I take a break during the summer. So I hope you guys are doing that too. All right, we will see you guys in the next one. Take care. If you liked the video, please make sure to click that like button and give it a share if you have some friends or some folks that love creativity. And we will see you in the next one. Have a great week.